last few part, we talk about vectors. This is in page 508. Vectors. One of the easy example you could have for vectors, when someone asking you direction. For example, if I'm standing in Shanghai and ask someone, how can I go to Nanjing Road? Then people will say, oh, take right, take left, And then sometimes if the proper Shanghai person, what he would say, oh, you have to walk 500 meters and then take a right, another, 600 meters to the left. Yeah? This is one of the things we use vectors. But in math, we cannot just give like a kind of explanation and describe it that you have to take 500 meters to the right and so on. And we use something called vectors. The vector has is a scalar. That means you know the length. Yeah, you know the length. How many units it is, how many centimeters it is, and you know the direction. Which direction is going to be. So what you only learn is like in 2 dimensions. There is a vector in 3 dimensions as well. And when I say 2 dimensions, you learn it on the x and the y-axis. Then that means vector should have a sign. When it goes toward the positive direction, positive x and y axis, then you get the positive sign. When it goes toward negative x and y axis, you get negative sign. And you have to always remember the way we come up with the notation of the vector when you're writing it. You can either write it down as A, and there's a little sign down there, or just A, or from A to B. When you're reading it, it means from A to B. That means the starting point, just is the ending point of the vector. It's very important when you write in A to B, not B to A. It's like when you are in a map, when you travel from, say, Shanghai to Suzhou, you draw the direction like this. Yeah? This is from Shanghai to Suzhou. If you draw the direction this way, it means you're coming from Suzhou to Shanghai. Yeah? Is that clear? Then you have to understand, you treat the vector like from traveling one point to another point. Then by drawing opposite direction, it means you travel from the other point to the current point you're staying. Any question? This is quite easy to understand. Then this is a notation that you usually use, It's like A and AB are like just example. How to represent the vector, how to use it for translation. Alright, I will draw, for example, call this one AB. This is point A, this is point B. Then you have the length as like a line, and you have a direction on the end. Okay. Now what you need to write, you write down vectors of A, B. It's starting from A to the B. Then how are you going to come up with the numbers to measure, right? Then you could see it goes one toward your positive x-axis. Yeah. Because it's combined of 2 directions. Goes toward 1, and it goes to upward. Okay. Then if I have this direction, say C, D. Now what are you going to write? C, D. You can see this is combined of 2 directions. So, and this way. It's go 2 to toward the downward. Then because it's going downward, negative y. And 1 toward the left, that become negative 1. Okay? And you may say, how about having this one? Say EF. And if you have EF, then you go 1 toward right, 1, and there is no any vertical, it's not going downward or upward. There's no vertical direction. And you give 0. That's maybe some of you will ask me, how about if you have FE? Yeah. Instead of saying EF, I'll say FE. Then because you're moving, now you're kind of moving this opposite direction. Yeah. Then become negative 1 and 0. You may ask me, how about B to A? Then vector of BA. What do you think the answer of BA is going to be? If A is 1, 2, what is BA? Bob, what do you think was BA? BA is this one. Negative.
Negative 1 into 2.
Yeah, negative 1. Yeah, that's it. BC. There, BC is this one.
1, 2.
Oh. 1, 2. We're reading it 1, 2. Is it like the way Chinese are reading? 1, 2. 2, 1. 2, 1. Reading from here to here, not from here to here. 2, 1. You should correct it, the way you read it. I know in Chinese, when you're reading a fraction, like in English, you read it A over B, but in Chinese, you read it B under A. Yeah? Is that right? Yeah. So in Chinese, you read it this way. In English, you read it this way. You always say A over B. In Chinese, you read it B under A. Wait. Any question about this? Is it quite clear? It's just about the direction. There's nothing much. Then we're talking about translation by vectors. If you remember, we used to do translation. For example, if you have this triangle, because I call it X, Y, Z. Okay. Then I got another one. Call it X prime, Y prime, Z prime. Okay? The same length, the same angle. It asks you, how can I translate Y to Y prime, X to X prime, Z to Z prime? Yeah? So what translation do we use using a vectors? Okay? Then sometimes it's very easy to read it using a grid line. Sometimes you can use just simple subtraction. But for this one, we got your Z in here, we got Z prime here. What do you think we use for translation? Like, you have to count it down kind of like this. How many movement did you have toward the x-axis? How many movement do you have toward the x-axis? Anyone?
2, 1.
Yeah, 2, 1. Yeah, 2 toward the right, 1 toward the up. Then the translation you have by a vector of 2, 1. Yeah, that's all we have to say. The same as what they did in previous lesson. Yeah? Any question? No. Then slicing. Now, say if we had this triangle, call it GHI. Okay, somewhere. We're gonna translate it by vector -1, -2. Where do you think the image gonna be in here? Where do you think the image gonna be here? I'm just gonna label them as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 3. Where do you think the point is gonna be? Where is the image gonna be? The new image. Any answer? Come on. But can you understand by -1 and -2? Come on. What does -1 mean? Horizontal? Vertical? You say move it by -1 and -2. This one, this one. This one. This triangle.
Side or
Now, what does -1 mean? Now, that's look. The top one is always x, the bottom one is y. So, yeah, go right here. And if you have g, where is it going to? G. This is the point G. You move it by -1. You say you're going this way. Where is it going to? That's it down. Look, we got up, right, up. Is it right, left, down, up. And you say if it's -1, you go to our left. Okay, now where is the G? By -1. Okay, yeah, put the point there. It's okay. Until I change the point. Okay, where is H gonna be? Okay. How about I? Right, yeah, fine. Now, you said we did up to here. How about -2? Yeah, by negative, yeah, the 2. Yeah, now bring it down, yeah. Yeah, put it on there. Good work. And then connect them together. Not only just draw the point, you need to stick them together. Okay, and label them. Nice and neat. Right, thank you. Okay. Any question? Alright. Next is gonna be some classwork for you. Exercise 23.5. Out. Exercise 23.5. to exercise 23.5, page 5 on 1.